G'day guys, it's Lack here, and in this video we'll be going over the 21 life lessons I've learned by the age of 21. This is quite a special video for me as I've just turned 21 at the time of posting this, and I want to share with you guys all the life lessons I've learned in the last 21 years. I know this video is quite different to the usual kind of content I make on personal finance, but I'm pretty sure that you'll still get some sort of a value out of this. So I've gone ahead and classified these 21 lessons into 3 different categories, one being spiritual, other being mental, and the last one being emotional. But it doesn't mean that one category is more important than the other. They're all equal. Now let's start off with the life lessons which have allowed me to grow mentally. Now let's talk about the first life lesson. You only fail on the day when you stop trying. So this is quite an important life lesson which I learned at the age of 16, and since then I've actually implemented it into my own lifestyle. So in the last few years, I've had this mindset that whenever I try learning something new, this can be like learning a new language or learning a brand new sport. When you start doing something new, you're actually not that great at it, and over time, that's when you start improving. So most of us actually give up, at the start of the process when they see no results. As a gentle reminder for all of you guys that you only fail on the day you actually stop trying. So if you're learning something new, just keep at it. Number 2, success is based on how badly you want something. One of the most important thing I've noticed about all the successful people around me is the fact like they wanted it too badly that they never stopped trying for it and they kept at it, and that's how they were able to achieve success in the long term. So since then, this thought has actually stayed with me. Number 3, failure is nothing but just a stepping stone on the path to your success. So one thing I've noticed is that a lot of people around me, when they're trying something new, they get bogged out, if they have any sort of blockers on the way. So what I've realized is that failure is nothing but a step back on a greater path to success. Number 4, motivation is something that gets you started, but it's habit that keeps you going. Number 5, passion is not something which you look for, it's actually who you are, and it's something inside of you. This was a learning which I had recently, and the exact reason why I started this YouTube channel, that from a very young age I've been quite passionate about personal finance, investing, and entrepreneurship, and at the same time for the longest time ever I'd been wanting to start a YouTube channel. So therefore I started looking for different niches in which I could make my YouTube videos, and I actually started making tech videos well before I started making these finance based videos on this channel. So funnily enough, I didn't do it for very long. So this was a learning I had, that I wasn't truly passionate about tech. It's just that it's something which I had found outside, that which I was told is quite lucrative, and that's why I started making those tech videos. And eventually I just stopped making those tech videos after like only 5 of them. So from this experience, it was quite clear that passion is not something which you truly look for. It's actually something which is inside of you and what you truly enjoy doing. And since that day, I've been making this finance based entrepreneurship videos on my TikTok, which has over 50,000 followers now, and on YouTube. Number 6, experience is the best kind of learning you can have. So one thing that I've actually realized in the recent years is that I've actually learned far more when I actually try something, instead of learning about it on internet or watching videos about it. So I personally believe that practical experience and time when you get your hand dirty is when you truly learn the skill, or you get some sort of expertise in. And the reason behind this, once you actually do something, you actually make mistakes and then you actually learn on top of them. So this is how you learn better. And funnily enough, bringing it back to my YouTube channel, I've actually learned far more about editing and shooting videos by actually completing this task instead of just watching tutorial videos on YouTube. So therefore, practical experience is the best kind of learning you guys can have. Number 7, don't settle for anything average and get out of your comfort zone. This is quite an important life lesson that applies to all of us. I've seen so many people and so many of my friends who are actually tied up in this comfort zone of theirs, and because of this comfort zone, they become so lazy that they stop trying new things, they stop trying different experiences, and that's the reason why they stop growing in life. So my final mental tip for you guys is to actually get outside of your comfort zone to grow in life. Let's talk about all the spiritual life lessons I've learned in the last few years. Number 8, make sure to never take your present for granted. So this can be different people which are currently in your life, or different experiences you're involved in. This is actually a mistake which I've made in my life, that I've actually taken good people who were in my life for granted back then, and I didn't realize the importance they brought to my life. I just kept on ignoring it, and guess what? Once they were not in my life anymore, that's when I truly realized the value of them, by completely getting shattered, and that led to immense pain. So make sure that you're not taking anyone in your present life for granted, because you never know, they might not be there tomorrow. So now this leads to point number 9, learn to make the most out of your present. So no matter what situation you are currently in, this might be good or this might be negative, learn to make the most out of it. At some point in time, this might sound too difficult to implement, but being able to get the most out of your life in the present is the most important skill you guys can have towards your happiness. Lesson number 10, be kind and humble to everyone around you. These are the best 2 qualities us human beings can have, so make sure that you're kind and humble to everyone around you, even if you don't get that in return. Lesson number 11, you came alone and will go alone. Therefore, learn how to thrive alone. So this is a massive learning I've had in the recent years, that there have been times where I've been quite lonely and I've been by myself, and I've actually struggled quite a lot. I haven't been able to focus, I haven't been able to actually achieve something, and I've been constantly wanting someone's attention, and I've been wanting someone around me. And this is a sad truth of the current society we live in. Even though we have got all this social media and all this different technology in our hands to stay connected, but a lot more of us are actually lonely from inside. So just to be clear, I'm not telling you guys to be lonely by not having any friends. You just need to know how to thrive and succeed even when no one's with you. You shouldn't be letting your current situation stopping you from achieving your goals and your dreams. Lesson number 12, money doesn't make you happy. I'm pretty sure you've heard this sentence over 100 times by now, and you have seen so many different gurus talking about how money doesn't make them happy. So if I'm being brutally honest with you guys, back when I was 18, money was a massive driving factor for me. But after making some money and seeing some sort of success through my businesses, I came to realize that it wasn't really the thing which was keeping me happy and fulfilled. It was the relations I was building. It was the customer experience and the fulfillment I was getting through the whole businesses. That was the driving force which was actually making me happy, not that money. This leads to lesson number 13. Happiness doesn't come from things around you. It actually comes from within you. Lesson number 14. This is one of the most powerful spiritual lessons I've learned in the past few years. A guru is not someone who holds a torch for you. He's actually the torch. This is quite a powerful quote by my spiritual mentor, Sadhguru. Being able to understand this quote truly has allowed me to become a better teacher and a better human being. Now let's talk about the final 7 emotional life lessons I've learned in the last 21 years. Lesson number 15. No one loves you more than your parents. So learn to respect your parents, as this is the only relationship in life which you can't have 2 of. And now this leads to lesson number 16. Friendships and relationships is the most beautiful experience us human beings can have. Whenever I think of the best experiences I've had in my life, most of them were with my best friends or with my previous partners. Lesson number 17. Time heals everything. Lesson number 18, learning to let go of things can do wonders in your life. Lesson number 19, keeping an ego is equivalent to poisoning yourself. Another major learning I've had through experiences in my life is whenever I kept ego in life, I actually got nothing out of it, and I created a toxic environment for myself and for the person around me. So guys, make sure you drop your ego, as it does nothing good to you. Now this leads to lesson number 20. If something makes you truly happy, then no one's opinion actually matters. So now let's talk about the final lesson, lesson number 21. Your days on this planet are limited, so think about the impact you want to make by the time you leave. After I had this realization that my days on this planet are quite limited, I actually had a massive change in my mindset. The repercussions of this mindset change is the fact I'm making this video right now. By having this mental clarity on what your purpose is on this planet, you actually start approaching your life in a totally different manner, and this is something which happened with me personally. I can relate this life lesson of mine to Steve Jobs' legendary speech which he gives at Stanford. He basically says that remembering that you're going to die is the best way I know to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose. You're already naked. There is no reason not to follow your heart. So these 3 powerful lines by Steve Jobs completely changed my life, as they allowed me to think on a bigger scale by thinking what my purpose is in this life and what I want to truly achieve out of this. So well, these were the 21 life lessons I've come to understand on being alive on this planet for 21 years. I hope you could actually relate to a few of these. So if you did, comment down below which one it was. And if you found this video useful, make sure to smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe for more such content. Anyways, until then, take care and I'll see you in the next one.